is Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to InfoComm. InfoComm 2025 happens the 11th through the 13th of June in Orlando. And with me to talk about a couple of IT sessions is Colin Birney. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
Absolutely. You have a couple of enterprise IT sessions. They're complementary, right? So what I would suggest is go to one and then go to the second one. June 11th and 12th, so the first 2 days of the show floor being open. But let's kind of dig into them for a second. What's the first one you're doing on June 11th?
So the one on June 11th, and I am co-hosting these with Hope Roth from QSC, that I'm sure a lot of you know. It's called What Not to Put on the Network, Stories from Failed Network Deployments. And basically, we wanted to have sort of a fun session to talk about security pitfalls. Okay. We understand that there are there are challenges within the AV industry of having high standards of security. Sometimes they fall short of what our customers want. So we wanted to have a mix of some customers, some integrators to share hopefully enjoyable but poignant stories about what happened when security standards weren't met, or there were unreasonable expectations, or expectations that weren't met. And so we're trying to put together a panel just to have a little more of an interesting discussion to tee up the second session.
Well, let's talk about the second session. The first one's very interesting. The second one, I really like the title.
Yeah, this one is called, on Thursday, it's called How to Get Kicked Off a Corporate Network Without Even Trying. And what we're going to do is mostly have customers on that panel, and it's an opportunity for them to talk directly to integrators and manufacturers about what the expectations are from a security standpoint from enterprise customers. And it also includes universities and other groups. Like if you have a network, security is one of your top concerns, and this is a way to hear it straight from the customers. I run an MSP, and so I'm constantly talking about how much we need security and how much we need to do it, but no one listens to me. So we tried to put together a group of folks that might sort of sway the current trends towards higher security and standards around IoT devices and how they interact with customer networks.
You just said something there. If you have a network, I think both of us would be hard pressed to find an AV install today that does not have some sort of network. So talk about that for a second and why it matters, not just from the manufacturing standpoint, security concerns and make sure that they're complying with various laws, but also from the integrator standpoint and the end user standpoint, why that matters.
It matters because we're still dealing with real-time traffic. And as we move towards more IP-based devices that are pushing enormous amounts of data over the network, whatever the network may be. There may be a local network inside a room, and that may have to have its own isolation, or it may be something running across, a portion of a production network on a VLAN, something like that. We have to be mindful of what we're sending, but we're also in this world where everyone wants to be able to remotely manage and support devices, and that means opening up portals to the outside. Those are doors that are open to malicious actors to come in, and so we need to make sure that we have all the locks in place, and we're not opening a door to harm our customers because we're making poor choices or just uninformed decisions.
All right, Colin, somebody wants to sign up for your classes. They can go to infocommshow.org or infocommshow.com. If somebody wants to connect with you, though, either before or after InfoComm, how do they do that?
I am on Blue Sky, the fantastic new platform, at av-msp.com is my handle. You can find me on LinkedIn under my name. And you can also email me, Colin at av-msp.com, and I'm happy to chat about IT, security, and all things related at any time.
Very good, Colin Birney. We'll see him at InfoComm. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. And follow along as we also head to Orlando for InfoComm 2025, the 11th through the 13th of June. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.